Hey, how y'all doing? Come on in, pull up your chair, get comfortable. All right, now turn my music down. Y'all know I have to start my show off with some music, and I listen to it the whole time I'm cooking. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Mae Rose Cafe Live. I'm Wonder Love, your host. If you see me looking up and down, there's two cameras, so I'm trying to watch both of them. So you'll see me kind of doing this a little bit. I'm not crazy. I'm just trying to watch both cameras. So thank you all for tuning in this evening. Hey, Ed. That's my bestest, oldest friend. He'll tell you a story about me. Don't believe nothing he tell you, though. I'm good. Welcome in. Hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show. Was thinking about last week what to cook, and was thinking about, we talk about breakfast, and we say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So thought maybe we do a little bit of breakfast thing I put together a couple weeks ago. Sometimes when you're in the kitchen cooking, you get a little bit bored, and you try to come up with some new ways to serve some of the same old stuff. So this is just my little turn or twist on a nice little breakfast that you can make. And it can either be something you serve as a breakfast, or you can do it as a brunch. It would be really good as brunch. I am not that 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning person that gets up really early to eat breakfast. I really prefer to eat around 11. So technically everything I eat is brunch. But this will be a great thing for brunch. So I'm making tonight breakfast nachos. No, they're not going to look the way you think nachos look. Let me just tell you that up front. It won't. But you'll like it. And I'm also making like a spicy watermelon salad. Now, this time of year, we talked earlier about making sure we're getting fruits and vegetables in our diet and adding a little bit of extra zing or doing something just a little bit different. So tonight is sort of like a take on that. Just adding a little couple things to some watermelon, making it taste a little bit better. And then making it like cool and refreshing, something that you can eat as a snack. You can have it as a dessert, whenever. If you get up in the middle of the night, just want to snack on something, it's a good thing. Do me a favor. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Dee. Everybody that's watching, please like and share right now. Go ahead and invite somebody else to come in and join the party. Pull your chair up, get you something to drink, sit back. I'm going to cook, talk to y'all a little bit, kind of tell you about what's been going on. It's like a lot of stuff been going on, but you know how that goes. So this is y'all know I love gadgets, and most of the time I don't say the right name. I don't call things by the right name. I just call it my witchamajigget or my thing with Bob. This is a melon baller. Got the name of that right. And you can do very small ones if you want to be all cutesy or whatever, or you can do a little bit larger ones. So for this salad, just to make it pretty, instead of just slicing it, which I could and save a whole lot of time, I decided I'd be fancy and make balls. So that's what I've been doing here for the last couple of minutes, standing here making melon balls. And to be absolutely honest with you, it's rather therapeutic. So, and it's simple. All I'm doing is just sticking it in, twirling it around, and pulling out some watermelon. This is not a seedless watermelon, so forgive me if you see a couple little small seeds. I'm going to tell you now, I'm not chasing them. They're small enough, and it's the little soft ones that if you eat them, I promise you a watermelon will not grow in your stomach. I believe that when I was little, which is why I wouldn't eat watermelon, because I was afraid to swallow the seed. Because I heard my grandma say that this girl got in trouble because she ate watermelon and she swallowed a seed, and it made her stomach big. Now, first of all, if you grew up in the country, you knew two things. When grown folks were talking, you were not. And also when grown folks were talking, you weren't really supposed to be listening to them. So it was one of them days my little big ears was open, and grandma was talking about the girl swallowing the watermelon seed. And my little slow self didn't understand that what she was really saying, that was code word for the girl was pregnant, y'all. I thought if I ate the watermelon and I swallowed the seed, it was going to make my stomach big, so I wouldn't eat watermelon. Didn't start eating watermelon until I was grown and found out that ain't what make your stomach get big. It ain't necessarily watermelon that does that to you. So I always have to tell y'all some kind of weird, embarrassing story about myself. Because when I was little, I would hear things, and I was one of those people that took things literally, of course you can see. So I thought, man, if I eat this watermelon and I mess around and swallow a seed, I'm gonna be in trouble like that girl, and my stomach is gonna get big. So no watermelon for me. I also will tell you this. Now, this salad would be good even if you added more melons to it. You know, again, everything is coming in the season. Nice fresh cantaloupes, honeydew melons. Same thing. If you want to, make the melon balls with those, you could do the same thing. I'm not gonna do all this, y'all. It's a lot of balls. Y'all just need to see enough to make it taste good and fill us up tonight, because this when I cook this is also our dinner. So this will be, I think that's about a half a bowl. I'll do a couple of more scoops out of this one, since what we're cooking tonight doesn't take very long. I got time to get a little bit more out of there. And I'm gonna save the rest of it just to eat, just when I want a piece of watermelon. My grandma, and I think I told y'all know I grew up in all of these places, and we always had a garden. So we always had fresh everything. You name it, we had it. And we had it at each house. So this time of year, and I think it's planting season right now on certain stuff, I would go to each grandparent's house, help them plant stuff, then come back home and help my mom and my dad plant stuff. So we were garden babies, honey. We were in the garden seems like all summer, then half the fall when it came time to harvest. Just gonna set this back here for a second. Okay, so got about, that's enough for us tonight. That'll make us a decent little salad. Now, this dressing, and y'all know I like a simple dressing, is about 1/4 cup of lime juice. I'm gonna put some honey in here, and I'm not gonna measure it. It'll just be honey. And really, I like it to where the sauce is a little sticky, and you kind of want it that way because you want it to stick to everything. So that's roughly, if I had to guess, I would say that's probably about a good 3 tablespoons of honey. And you don't want this just really, really sweet. If you're like I am and you're watching, the sugars and the sweet stuff, then you can use sweetener if you want to, or you can use a different kind of natural sweetener like like nectarine juice or something. Look, my hands are sticking. Something that's a little bit less sweet. Now, remember I said it's zesty or spicy watermelon salad, right? Tahini. I don't know about y'all, but this stuff tastes good on anything. Couple of shakes of that. So you're thinking this is savory. It is a little bit. The tahini has enough little spice in it, a little cayenne pepper in it. That'll give it a little bit of a kick, but not so much that you can't stand it. So just gonna put that in the bowl. This honey is not melting this fast. But whisk that together, and that's all I'm doing for y'all on the bottom camera that can't see. Whisking that together. And we're just making another little dressing. Trying to get that honey broke up a little bit. So I'm gonna do that with one hand. In the other hand, I'll do the blueberries. So just a pint of blueberries. They've been rinsed, and I've checked for stems. Because sometimes you will buy them even though they're in the package. And y'all know my thing about washing everything. So y'all know it got rinsed off if you're doing something I'm cooking. You have to pick them just a little bit because they'll have a little bit of stem left on them. And the worst thing in the world, I don't like biting into something that's supposed to be soft and getting a little hint of something that's kind of hard. Okay. So whisk that together. I'm going to set that to the side for a minute. I'm going to go ahead. Put my bowl back off here so you can see. I'm just going to add some of the blueberries in. And then it's a pretty color. Y'all see that? You got your red and your blue. Now, here is the surprise thing. Ta-da! This is not what you think it is. This is mint, y'all. It's fresh mint. But some of y'all gonna be telling me she was cooking with some. It's mint. It's I promise y'all, it's mint. And we're just gonna take a couple of. I should have got my scissors out. I cut off the stem. There we go. Then we're gonna take a couple of leaves off of mint, fresh mint, and put those on the cutting board. And we just, oh my God, that smells so good. If you never cooked with fresh mint or smelt it, oh my God, that's some good stuff. And all we're gonna do, and just so y'all know, I rinse the plant off too. So, you're just saying, when do you wash off everything? Yes, ma'am, I do. And we're just gonna do a rough chop, as you kind of want to see the ribbons of mint in your salad. It's kind of what adds to the beauty of it. So all we did is just do like a little rough chop. I'm gonna add that. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Sound effects. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Did y'all hear it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle. Now, just gonna put the dressing over that. And I didn't taste that. Let me see if it's as sweet as I want it to. Oh, here's my other spoon. See if it's as sweet as I want it to be. That's about right there. All right. So what you're getting is a little bit of salty, a little bit of sweet, and a little bit of sour. And you're just gonna pour that over your fruit. Now, I made this first because this really tastes a lot better if it's had a chance to sit and for everything to kind of marinate a little bit. And all you're gonna do is just toss it. That's it. Just gonna mix that up, and we're gonna set this to the side. And if you want to be real fancy, woo! Did y'all see that? I bet I couldn't do that again if you paid me to. You want to be real fancy, you could take some fresh lime. I'm gonna attempt to slice this kind of thin. Ooh, I did. Trying to make it as thin as possible because you want to be able to eat it. And if you don't, you want it also still big enough to pick out if you don't. Take a couple of pieces of lime and just cut it up. And this is gonna, you know, I love color. So this is just something to give it a little bit of color in addition to the mint. And that's all. And then just kind of sprinkle those in. And then stir that all together. So while we finish everything else, we're gonna let that marinate for a little while so it'll be ready to go later on when we're ready to eat. All right. And that's your watermelon and blueberry salad. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but that's your watermelon and blueberry salad. See how easy that was? Y'all thought I was joking when I said real quick and simple. Okay, the next part, let's move this out of the way, is, remember I told you we're doing breakfast nachos. It's breakfast, needs meat. Don't want to do bacon, don't do sausage. So what I'm gonna do is, I like to buy, well, let's put this over here. I actually like to buy ground pork and mix my own sausage. That way it tastes the way I want it to taste. If I want it spicy, I can make it spicy. If I want it mild, I can make it mild, however I want it. So this is about a pound of just fresh ground pork in here. To that, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons. Well, no, it's probably about a good heaping tablespoon of fennel. I almost forgot what this was, y'all. So we're gonna sprinkle out in our fennel. Sausage has to have sage. That's probably about 2.5 tablespoons because I actually like mine rather sagey. That's about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning because I also like that flavor. A little bit of kick, so crushed red pepper flakes. And this, however you like it. I like mine spicy. Y'all maybe don't. I do. So that's just a little bit more than maybe a teaspoon. A little bit of seasoning salt. I don't want it real salty because remember we're still watching our sodium. And I want a little bit of smokiness, so I'm gonna do a little bit of cumin in there. And then a little bit of black pepper. And a little bit, ooh, my garlic powder stuck. And a little bit of garlic powder. We just kind of crumble that in there, got it dry. Waiting on me to use it. All right, so I don't know if y'all can see that. So we got everything in, and now I'm just gonna mix it all together. Growing up, if anybody is from the country, you know, more than likely, everybody got their pork and it was very fresh. And y'all know what I mean by very fresh. Because every time, every fall of the year, y'all know what we had to do. Poor little piggies. But I will say this. Growing up like that taught me a whole lot about where your food actually comes from. You know, how fresh you can make things, how healthy you can actually make things by growing it yourself. Because you know what you fed it and you know how you kept it. So you know that it might be a little healthier sometimes than what you maybe get someplace else. So normally I let this sit, but tonight we're kind of working fast. So once I get it all mixed together, we got my electric skillet over here tonight. Just trying to keep from making so many trips to the back so y'all can see me do stuff. So let's just scoot that over. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let's see. If I put it right there. Let's turn that on. This is one of those things that I had, didn't even remember that I had, could have been using it the whole time and forgot. And thought about it the other day and was like, you know what? Make your life easier, Wonder. Get your electric skillet out and use it. And all I'm doing is just putting this in the skillet and I'm just kind of breaking it up a little bit as I put it in there. And I'm going to use all of it. Well, you know what? I might as well. That way I don't have to cook breakfast in the morning. When you're ready to go to work, I can just get up and make me some leftovers and keep it moving. So I'll go ahead and brown all of it tonight. Get all of that in the skillet. Let's put this bowl up. And I've been handling raw meat, so wash hands. Always got to be safe. Make sure you don't contaminate anything else. So back to the harvesting of your pork. I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible. Everybody know what I mean by harvesting pork, right? So back to that part. Most people love to eat chitlins. Well, if you've ever had to clean them when they were like literally hot and fresh, then no. What you will not ever want to eat them again. And that was my last time. When I had to clean them hot and fresh, I decided I never want to eat them again. And I have. Not mad at you if you do. Just don't ask me to clean them. Oh, that smells good. I love to smell garlic when I'm cooking. I don't know what it is. I think that's part of my grandfather in me. My grandfather could fry eggs, and I promise you it's going to be a half pound of garlic in them suckers. But they smell so good. And I'm like that now. When I cook, I have to smell certain smells because it helps me know whether or not it's seasoned right or whether or not it's going to taste like I think it should taste. So you might see me, let me pull that camera up a little bit now. So you'll see me sniffing. And if you see me sniffing, it's not anything else wrong. It's just sometimes I actually tell if I'm in season right, just really by I'm not listening, y'all. I'm checking for the smell of it so I can know if it's seasoned right. I can get it out in a minute. Trying to read comments and stuff. Apparently, I'm not good at multitasking as I thought. Come on, Q. Yes, it does. Hey, Shadara. I'm glad y'all were able to tune in this evening. I appreciate it. Pull up your chair, invite somebody in. Tell them, come on, we cooking. I wish y'all could eat with me. I keep saying that every year that I want to just get a lot of folks together that like to cook and just have a big event where we can find some sponsors or donations or whatever it is and just get together and cook and just serve people. I don't care, who it is. I just want people to eat and be happy. That's a big thing with me. And I wish that we could do that. Now, through the magic of a television, part of the nachos is, bam, I already made a pan of hot biscuits. So the biscuits are already done. They're basically waiting on all of the other trimmings. So have y'all figured out the nachos yet? Hey, Jackie. Hey, cuz I'm glad you're enjoying it. Have y'all figured out how this is going to end up being nachos yet? Somebody guess. I want to see if anybody's going to figure out how this is going to be nachos. Now, I'll tell you this, in the skillet behind me, I've already started kind of wilting some peppers. Y'all know I like my colors. So there's just some butter with some red, orange, and yellow. And yellow peppers in there. Kind of cook it down a little bit. And this is what we're going to mix in with our eggs. So that's already getting ready. So while the sausage is doing its thing, I can go ahead and whisk up my eggs. And since it's just two of us, and like I said, I'm cheating because some of this is going to be breakfast in the morning for work, and maybe even lunch, depending on how much I make. All right, that sausage cooked good. And the other thing about getting your own fresh ground pork, you don't get it, it's not as fat. I don't know if y'all can't see this, but this doesn't render as much fat. It's a lot leaner, so that makes it a little bit healthier for you. You know, again, it's still a fat, but it's not as much fat. Okay. All right, y'all, that's cooking good. I like this little electric skillet. I got to start using them more often. Okay, to that, I'm gonna add a little bit of flour because remember we're making. Okay, anybody figured out the nacho side yet? Nacho average nachos? You all right? Come on, Gloria Scott, think, girl. Y'all, come on, AT. You can figure it out. Now, when I put it together, y'all gonna be like, oh. I told you, only hint I'm gonna give you is it's just not gonna look like regular nachos. But I'm calling it that just because I couldn't figure out another cute name for it, y'all. And y'all know I like to name stuff, but I like to name stuff. All right, I'm gonna put in a couple spoons of flour. That's where I'm making some gravy. Y'all close? Y'all got it yet? Huh? Girl, we ain't making no hard eggs. Nope, not hard eggs. Wait, once it's put together, y'all gonna be like, come on, that was easy. It's gonna be real. It's gonna make sense in just a minute. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It's gonna make sense in a minute. It's gonna make plenty of sense in just a few minutes. Now, only thing I'm doing now, I wish I could see this. I don't know. On the bottom camera, let me hold it up just a bit. All I'm doing is mixing in the flour with the sausage because we're making sausage gravy. Now, I don't know if I told y'all the story about how I learned how to make milk gravy. When I was in college, I worked as a CNA, a home health nurse. And I had a patient who every morning, all she wanted was scrambled eggs and some milk gravy. Now, I told you, y'all know I'm from the country, but oddly enough, I had never heard of milk gravy, and we didn't make it growing up, so I didn't know what it was. So she showed me how she was like, baby, she was an older lady, baby, put that sausage in the skillet and fry it up. I'll be in it just frying. Baby, put that flour in that sausage now. Yes, ma'am. Baby, that's all she ever called me with, baby. Baby, put some black pepper in there, because I like to see the black pepper flakes. Yes, ma'am. I'm putting black pepper flakes in it right now so I can see the pepper. Baby, now pour the milk in there. I said, I'll be god dog. Watch this. And like magic, guess what you got? Gravy. Just let it cook and get thick. I was like, well, I'll be dog. Anybody figured out the nacho thing yet? Okay, y'all still ain't got it. Y'all looking for chips and cheese and all that stuff, ain't you? There will be no chips and cheese, but there will be, look at that, some good old sausage gravy. So we gotta let that cook down for a minute. So I'm gonna slide it over. Y'all won't be able to see it. I'm gonna slide it over and let it cook till it gets a little thicker. Oh yeah, that's coming up just right. And I'm gonna step in the back here and I'll go ahead and finish up the eggs. So every day I would make this for her. Now, she did not make me do homemade biscuits, which I was grateful for that. But we would do, she wanted canned biscuits. So every morning I made her a pan of biscuits and I made her a pan of gravy. Now, I think y'all can see me. Y'all already know what scrambled eggs look like. They ain't nothing special. All I'm doing is pouring the eggs in the skillet. I'm going to turn that up just a little bit because we're going to be here all night waiting on these eggs to be done. And my gravy is over here boiling, so it is ready. I can turn it off, turn it down. Ooh, y'all. Now, look at that. Hold on. That way, I'm scared. I can't hold up too far on the bottom camera. It might end up on the camera. Now, that's your sausage and gravy. Anybody figured out the nacho part yet? All right. Guess what we're finna do? We're gonna build the nachos in a minute. Let me get my eggs together back here. I like cheese eggs, so I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese to it. And I use whatever blend of cheese you like. Just put that in there. I like my eggs just a little bit cheesy. You turn that up just a little bit so we can go ahead and get it done. And just stir them around. And let them cook. And they're pretty. Because remember I told y'all I love the colors. And this is another way for you to kind of add an extra vegetable. You could actually add spinach to the eggs if you wanted to. And make it as healthy as you want to if you want to do that. You could add tomatoes to your eggs. You can do a lot of different stuff. You know, if you're trying to add some extra vegetables and extra fruit to your diet. So we're going to let that cook just a second. Let the eggs do their thing. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and let's put our watermelon and everything on our plate because we want it to be all pretty and nice and tasty. Y'all, this is a quick meal. We're almost finished. And how long have we been on? Oh, we're not even 30 minutes in yet. Probably should have got a smaller bowl. That would have been prettier. That's all right. We're going to eat it regardless of how pretty it looks or it don't look pretty. I can't wait to go to this because I've been wanting something. Now, just want to make it pretty. You can always take another piece of our little mint over there and put that right on top. And I'll show you when I get it done. We're going to take our other bowl. Everybody figured out? Jackie wins the prize. That is exactly it. That's your nachos. Take your biscuit. You break it open. Now, y'all, Grandma be proud of them biscuits. Look at that. Can you see it? Grandma be proud of that biscuit right there, y'all. That's a nice, fluffy buttermilk. Ooh, I'm getting hungry, y'all. Here, let me cut that one out nice and neat. I didn't cut the other one nice and neat. Now, so let's check the eggs. Whoa, they trying to get out the skillet back here. Oh. Turn that off. I was smart tonight, y'all. I already got my dishwasher on. Come out of there. Now, got my eggs. Get a spoon. Put them in the bowl. Put that skillet over there. Woo, that's nice and hot. Got some nice hot scrambled eggs. Now, somebody figured out the whole thing about the women. I need a spoon. Spatula is not gonna work with this. That ain't gonna work. Now, building nachos. Breakfast nachos, that is. Spoon of gravy. Hold on, let me see if I can hold that up. Spoon of gravy over your biscuits. Add your eggs on top of that. This is not going to be as pretty as it is when I was making it before, but I'm trying to go fast. But add your eggs on top of that. Well, you know what? I'm still going to eat it. Now, I do another spoon of gravy. Just consider your gravy your cheese. Now, to that, I'm going to add some more shredded cheese. Have some diced tomatoes. Gonna add a little bit of that. Well, they didn't stay on top of there, but that's fine. Add some diced tomatoes. And y'all know I like stuff spicy, so I got some jalapeno peppers to go on top of that. Breakfast nachos. I told you it wasn't gonna look like your regular nachos, but I bet it's gonna taste just as good. Move all of this out of the way so y'all can get a good look at it. Now, y'all know I gotta have something on top of it to make it pretty. So why do I always hide the doggone parsley from myself? I do it every time. You know what? Forget it. I ain't gonna do stuff in the refrigerator, y'all. Now, put a little leaf of cilantro on top of there. How about that? All right, y'all. There's your breakfast nachos. And there's your watermelon and blueberry salad. How would you like to have that for brunch or for breakfast or for dinner? I'm having it for dinner. And that is 32 minutes and we can eat. So, anybody want some? Did you figure out the nacho thing? See, you're on your way. Come on, blender. Door is open. But this is your meal for this is tonight. So we got, wait a minute, my hands are mixed up. Breakfast nachos and watermelon salad with blueberries. All right, I'm getting ready to taste. And I'm like my great grandma now. I always start with the sweet stuff. That is the bone. That is good. It's not as cold as I like it because we just made it. But let it get cool in the refrigerator. The lime juice and the honey and that little bit of tahini on there got a little bit spicy. You don't even really taste the salt that much, but you taste it makes the melon and the fish taste a whole lot better. So make sure y'all try that. I gotta get that cold. That's good. Okay, I gotta quit eating it. Now, let's taste this one. Ooh, I'm gonna eat some more melon. Now, the trick is, just like with regular nachos, is to try to get everything in one bite. My old patient will be real happy about that gravy. That's some good stuff. All right, y'all. 30 minutes or less. Got a whole meal. You got your breakfast nachos and you got your watermelon salad. I hope that y'all like it. Hope that you'll make it. If you do, please post your pictures and let me know how it turns out. Thank you all again for tuning in tonight. I'm going to finish my meal. And my husband is at the door. So, see y'all next time. Bye. I gotta turn off all these cameras. Hold on.